Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. Oh yeah, I'm just coming off a Labor Day weekend Stormville Flea Market and we got some amazing stuff here. The first treasure I got was this cabinet, and I don't know if it was meant as a baby change table or just a working type of table. What I like about it is it's very well made. These came with it. The backstory on it is, and that stuff is always kind of interesting. I have a friend of mine at the market who runs sheet metal. Some he picks up on the side of the road. Some he gets phone calls for clean outs. Anyway, he picked this up. Probably the last thing it did, considering that debris that's on the bottom, I'd guess it was a garage cabinet at some point. And once again, I don't know if it was used in a medical office or as a baby change table or what it did other than that. The only other identifying markings is this in Xfinity, and I don't know, am I showing it to you? Yeah, there it goes. And that right there. So that's the big thing. For rebuilding carburetors and storing stuff, I think it's absolutely perfect. And it's sealed up so mice can't get inside. Another big plus. The next big batch of stuff, I picked up really tools. I don't have much need for another one of these circular saws. They're handy, but one is enough. So there's that. The reciprocating saw, though, I find it really helpful. I have one that I keep a metal cutting blade on, one that I keep a wood blade on. So if I need to do something quick, I'm not out fishing for a blade and where did I put the wood blade now that I'm on a metal blade, and then I got to find the wood blade. Typically I break into a new package and find loose blades all over the place because I always put them somewhere where I'm not going to lose them, which means they're already lost. These drills, always handy, especially when you use them as a starting motor for some all-terrain vehicles. They don't last forever. And these flashlights are really good, especially if you put the LED light bulb in it and the bigger battery. I mean, I think they could have buried King Tut with one of these with the LED and the big battery and it would still be lit when they found them. Other stuff, silly stuff, but these snap knives, always handy for trimming and so forth. Obviously, 4 of them for $2, a good price. Jumpers, these are 3 for $5. You get 2 in a bundle. I use those for all kinds of projects. Markers, they're the cheap ones, but once again, I'm always finding empty packages because you take one out, use it, go get another one, the next thing you know, the package is empty, and all the ones you put someplace safe. Safe means lost forever. Found red tape that seems to be Honda red. So I guess we could cover up cracks and fenders with that or whatever else needs to be dealt with. You could see the prices on a lot of this. Though when I get this stuff from friends, typically they give me a package deal. Like these 4, I went $10 for. The helmet, it says Northern Hydraulics, Northern Industries on the side of it. I don't know if that's Harbor Freight or our other friends, but you know, always good to have a spare welding helmet floating around. These rotary rasps, rotary filed, whatever you want to call them, boring bits. I use these quite a bit when I'm working on my carburetor mounts for making all the openings just the perfect size. And I also bought these 2. I got that recoil starter that somebody put a little weld on so the center bolt won't come out. I figured if I grabbed those with the points on them that I'd be able to take things apart quicker. These bits, they're 1/8 inch jobber bits. I think there's 10 in there, and they're like $3, so 30 cents each, and they're double-sided. I go through those. I go through a lot of these. Right, let me make sure I'm showing it to you. Gas filters, you guys know I go through them every day. Retrieving magnet, maybe I could get some of the sockets I lose underneath things. Various wet dry sandpaper. They started out at $5 for that. Once again, it was part of a package deal. And this kit is for working on watches, actually. But you have a bunch of things in there, tiny little drivers and little pin vise and pliers, knife and tweezers, right? All the good stuff in there. I figure that could be helpful working on carburetors, whatever else is small. I need to get this kit into a box with everything by itself, right? And this plastic wrapper, though it's good to look at, I'm sure as soon as I pop it open to take one thing out, everything else will be lost. So that'll be really handy to add to the hoard. And let me finish up with some stuff that just kind of amuses me. These are LED Christmas lights, but they're red. And I always like red Christmas lights, especially in the winter, you know, when it's dark and you're looking for something to kind of cheer you up. You also included this thing with no bulbs in it. Right, it was $3 for this whole situation. Typically sets like this go for closer to 20. So he says they work. I hope they work. If not, you know, it's not that big a deal to troubleshoot them for sure. So anyway, I got these for my own amusement more than anything else. And I was out walking with my son, and this was on the side of the road. I thought that, I don't know why, but I just felt like I wanted to bring it home. I think what it did for a living, you would put like a wig on it and cut the hair or something, maybe. I don't know. Put a hat on it. I just thought it would be cool as a Halloween project, right? Maybe fish some red lights for the eyes or something. I don't know. Once again, strictly amusement and only amusement. Maybe look up what could you do with a styrofoam head on YouTube. Somebody has some good ideas how it could be painted up and dolled up and made scary. Anyway, so that about covers it. You guys could see I backed off a little bit. You know, the flea markets are getting interesting. A lot of people who do flea markets are more toward my age group than young. Not that I'm old, but, you know. And a lot of folks seem to be kind of giving it up or talking about giving it up. So you don't get as much stuff. Around me, there was a great migration south. So it really led to, you know, people cleaning out the hoards that they've been sitting on for 20, 30, 50 years, perhaps hoards they inherited. So there's not as much of that stuff, the migration south, though it's still going on. There's less of it. Most of the people already took the money and ran out of this area of New York. So there's just not as much of the used power tools and used furniture, you know, around like there used to be. And even for some of the people who do this as a business, friends of mine had a big truck, and it was full of this kind of stuff. And they got offered so much money for the big truck, right? They paid $37 for it, and they were offered $35 cash. So they dumped the truck, right, after using it for several years, putting, you know, 75,000 miles on it. They just sold the truck, and now they're running out of a car. So though they're still doing it, they're going smaller scale. They're selling smaller items because they're running out of a car, right? No more big truck where you could carry 50 different kinds of sandpaper and 50 different sized tarps and, you know, a million fuel filters and all, right? They're really tailored themselves down. So there's really just not quite as much out there, particularly in my area. That's one of the reasons why I like to go out to Pennsylvania at Williams Grove and Morning Star. There's more stuff, and I'm sure there's other flea markets down there that I haven't managed to get myself to, that I would also find a lot of stuff. So there it is. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I need you all to keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out and make sure you have a lot of fun. Today and every day. You don't know how many days you're getting, so get out and have some laughs. Bye now.